Okay, so we're going to leave our first cube as it is because that's finished. We're going to go over to our second cube now, and we're going to use this cube to draw our pyramid. So what we're going to do, we're going to focus on just on this top square here, or diamond if you'd like to call it. So focusing on here. Bring our pencil to the center point. What we want to do, we want to put a little marker at 3 centimeters. So between this point and this point, we're drawing a little center mark. On this line here, we're going to do the same thing. So from the center point to 3 centimeters, we're going to make a little mark. We're going to do the same for each line. So this line over here, we're going to make a mark at 3 centimeters. Lastly, this line here, a mark at 3 centimeters as well. So as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to make sure. Awesome. So the next step, we're going to join the top right hand line, the center point of the top right hand line, to the center point of the bottom left hand line. We now have that line going across the center. We're going to do the same going the other way. So on the top left hand center point to the bottom right hand center point. So we have almost like a little landing pad on the top of our cube. So the final steps to creating our pyramid. We're going to put a little mark in this bottom point here and this bottom corner here. These are the 2 points we're going to draw a line from. So get our ruler, get it ready on this point, and we draw it all the way to the center. So a nice, very dark line, pushing nice and hard. So you'll have a line like so. Do the same from the other side. So a line from this bottom corner all the way up to the center point, like so. Then finally, a line from the center point here all the way to the top of the pyramid. There we go. Then we're just going to darken these bottom lines. I would suggest you use a ruler. You can already see mine are a tiny bit wonky. So, as we have it, let's rub out our guides now. As we can see, we now have an isometric pyramid. For the final drawing, we're going to draw a cylinder, which is can be a little more tricky than the other 2. But for the cylinder, we're going to start with the same process we did for the pyramid. So from the center point, let's mark 3 centimeters. Out from the center point again, put a center mark on that line for 3 centimeters. Complete the same for the other 2 lines. And drawing your lines across. Sorry, so we started from this one, the top, down to the bottom, the top, down to the bottom. So again, we have our little landing pad on the top. So now for the difficult part. What we want to do, from this point over to here, we're going to do some freehand drawing. So we want to draw a little arc So you'll see the line I've drawn there is slightly arched. We're going to do the same over here. Slightly arched in between those 2 points. So now we have this little space here with the arched at the top. In this space here, it's arched at the bottom. Then we're going to connect this point to this point, but we're going to make sure we get nice and rounded here. Also, from this point, so on your first go, it might not go so well. It may, who knows? But this is the trickiest shape you're going to be drawing. Your final drawings won't actually have many circles in it, but if you feel it's something that you want to add, you definitely can. So the next step, we're going to take our ruler and we're just going to move it along, keeping it nice and straight with all our other vertical lines until we reach the edge of our circle. Then and draw a sharp line until it hits our bottom guideline here. Do the same with this one here. Bring your ruler in so it's floating in and then it crashes into the circle. That's where we're going to draw a line down. Then for our next and final step, what we're going to do, we're going to draw a semicircle across from both lines. So from this point, we're going to follow the line and draw a semicircle until it reaches both points. So we can just round off our edges so there's not a sharp point there. And there we have our cylinder. So again, trusty rubber, rubbing away the guidelines. Rubbing away the center lines in the middle of this. And there we have our trusty cylinder, or kind of looks like a soup can as well. So now you've completed your cylinder, your pyramid, and your cube. 3 complete drawings. So for those that have flown ahead, we've got one last extra challenging task that's going to put your new isometric drawing skills to the test. Here we have a drawing of 3 rectangular prisms overlapping one another. Your goal is to try and recreate this drawing. Best of luck.